Hey everybody, I'm Doug and that's Connor, and this is the Bethel School District Presents podcast, and this week we're on location at Bethel High School, and we have a round table of folks joining us today.
Yes, we do, Doug, and nobody's going to confuse Bethel High School with the University of Cambridge. One, of course, is an 800-year-old English institution of higher education. The other is a 75-year-old high school right here in Spanaway, but the two schools do share some similarities on the inside. Bethel's Cambridge Assessment International Education Program offers local students a unique educational experience that was designed and sanctioned by the prestigious University of Cambridge. Joining us today are Bethel High School teacher Denise Hodges and some of her students enrolled in the Cambridge program. So let's go around the horn and everyone introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Miss Hodges, or Denise Hodges. I currently have been a teacher here at Bethel High School for 19 years. I currently teach AP Psychology and AP World History, but I was a Cambridge teacher for probably about 10 years here at Bethel High School, and I was one of the original teachers at Bethel High School.
Hello, my name is Olivia, and I am a senior.
My name is Rosalind. I'm a freshman. I'm Jay. I'm a senior.
Before we get started, Connor, I want to have a little bit of fun with our group here. So we have come up with a couple of trivia questions about the University of Cambridge, and we're going to see who knows the most about this prestigious university. I love that word prestigious that you threw in there, Connor. So we have our buzzer system all set up on the table. All you have to do is buzz in, and then you are going to be able, we'll put the buzz in later, don't worry about it. Our sound effects pro will be all set. But just raise your hand for us and, hit that buzzer, and then I will call on the person that buzzes in first. Question the first. This former Cambridge student went on to become Prime Minister of the UK during World War II.
Winston Churchill?
Yes, that is correct. Well done, Jay. 1 point on the board. Question, and a nice round of applause. Question 2. This is true or false, so we got a 50-50 chance of getting this one right. Cambridge University is older than the Aztec Empire. Jay again buzzed in.
False?
Actually, that's incorrect. Does anybody else want to buzz in? There we go. Rosalind.
Is that true, actually?
That actually is true. Cambridge was founded in 1209. The Aztec Empire began in 1428, believe it or not. Some shocked faces around the room. Connor, give us question 3.
All right, question 3. The renowned theoretical physicist, I know everyone knows a lot of theoretical physicists. This one is especially renowned. Held the same Cambridge post, once held by Sir Isaac Newton. Jay's buzzed in again.
Stephen Hawking?
Correct. Jay is cleaning up here. All right, we're running out of questions for people to catch up, but we'll keep going. Okay, we got another true or false, so just go for it. It's 50-50 here. So true or false? The original manuscript for Winnie the Pooh is housed at Cambridge University. Rosalind.
True?
False, unfortunately. All right, well, let's get Olivia on the board here.
Is it false?
It is false. It's in New York, but the author did study at Cambridge, so that's the connection. All right, last one. True or false? There's a door at Cambridge that's been locked for 300 years, and nobody knows why. Rosalind buzzed in.
True.
That is true. That's the Wren Library door has remained mysteriously locked. Some say it's tradition, some say ghosts. Who's to decide?
I say ghost. So cool. I say ghost.
I also agree. It's good for sure. Thank you all for playing our little game there to get us started. More than 10,000 schools and 160 countries offer the Cambridge program like we do here at Bethel High School. And from what we hear, it's pretty challenging. For those who might not be familiar, Denise, how would you describe the Cambridge program?
It's designed to encourage critical thinking and deep understanding among students. It offers a broad range of different subjects here at Bethel High School. It's globally recognized, and you can achieve college credit. The teachers and the students promote project-based, intense learning in each subject. Ultimately, the Cambridge program aims to equip students with tools that they're going to need to succeed in the world after they leave Bethel High School.
Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting program. It sounds like it's probably not for everyone, which brings us to our students. So let's talk to everyone here, see what your motivation was for starting with this program. We do have 2 seniors and a freshman, so we're going to have some different perspectives. Olivia, let's start with you. You're a senior. You've been in the program for a while. Think back to your early years. What was it that made you interested in this program in the first place?
Honestly, when they first started telling us about it, they brought up the mention of a class trip, which is where we got to go to Europe for 2 weeks, and that sounded really cool. And I was like, oh, I want to do challenging classes and get to go to Europe on the side. That sounds great.
Yeah, Denise, is it too late for me to join the program? Because I would also like to go to Europe.
Like to go to Cambridge, too.
That's a pretty good reason. Rosa, you're a freshman, so I assume you haven't been on the trip yet, but it sounds like that's probably something you're looking forward to. Did
Sure.
Did that play a role into your decision to join the program?
When I first heard about Cambridge, I did not know there was a trip, but now I'm more excited, thanks. But the thing that made me want to join Cambridge the most was knowing that I'd be in a separate group, in Bethel High School, that really cared about their classes and really wanted to be a good student, and also knowing that I'd be connected with the teachers as well, because the Cambridge teachers really care about helping the students, and there's a really big relationship there because you're there all 4 years.
Absolutely. And for those who are super fans of the show, you may recognize that voice. Rosalind was actually a guest on the show 2 years ago as a student at Cougar Mountain Middle School, so welcome back. Jay, moving on to you. You're a senior. You've had some years in the program. Think back to when you were first thinking about joining it. What was the draw for you?
So when I went to the interest meeting, they kept talking about how all the classes were going to be Socratic seminar style every single day. And I really benefited from that in middle school. So I was like, if I can do that every day, it'll be great.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
For sure. We love Socrates here on the show. We offer here in Bethel a lot of different ways to get college credit in high school and really challenge students. We have college in the high school, we have Running Start, we have AP, and there's Cambridge. Denise, what is the benefit for students to have all these different options in front of them in our high schools?
So AP, when kids come to classes, they can pick and choose. Maybe they're really great at science, or maybe they're great at history, or they're great at English. Cambridge bundles it. So Cambridge is a school within a school. So kids will do the Cambridge history, they will do Cambridge science, they will do Cambridge English. It's all together. Where AP, you kind of a la carte what you want to learn about, because maybe your strong suit's not math. And Cambridge, if you join Cambridge, you do all Cambridge programs because you're a school within a school. Some of these Cambridge kids in certain different years that they attend here at Bethel High School, they actually attend 3 classes within 2 periods. So that's a little bit different and more unique. Again, that school within a school model. AP classes, if they achieve college credit, they apply to college through United States of America. When these students earn their ACE diploma through Cambridge, their credits go through an international route when they apply to colleges. So that's a little bit different on how your credits transfer to a college. There's pros and cons to both. Being an AP World teacher, what I love is world history. But being the Cambridge teacher, what I loved about the Cambridge program is their content is very, very manageable. The students don't feel like they're going to be overwhelmed. It is more about skills and less content. When you like AP World, I teach 1200 to current day. Cambridge US is very dialed in to 4 major events in U.S. history, and then we teach skills around it. So I feel like if you're a student who's deciding between AP and Cambridge, those are things that, you ask the teachers about, maybe during an open house or come in and talk to us, or the Cambridge, the meet and greet.
Definitely, and it sounds like 2 very distinctive approaches to education. But speaking about subjects and content, let's go around the horn again to the students, and I'm curious what has been the most challenging either aspect or subject that you've studied. And since we've got 2 seniors here, let's start with you 2 since you've been in it the longest. So Olivia, what has been the most challenging aspect or subject that you've encountered since you've been a student in the program?
The most challenging subject I think I've done is chemistry. I don't even know how to describe why. There's just so much. And I tend to lean into science. I like science. But that was insane.
Chemistry sounds insane. Just I couldn't imagine I would sink immediately in a high school chemistry class. Jay, what about you?
I also said science and math. The classes themselves aren't usually too bad, but then you get to the exam and all of the questions are worded super weird, so it's hard to even recall what you need to know.
That is tough. Rosen, you're new in the program. So far, anything trip you up?
Well, I'm kind of the opposite of these two because math is my strong suit and I love chemistry right now. That's what I'm taking right now. I would say the hardest class I've had to deal with is thinking skills. That's something where you kind of just, you expand your thinking and you want to be more open-minded about things and not be tricked by propaganda. And then also ELA, because all the poetry and having to do the time rights was kind of difficult for me, even though it was not really my favorite thing.
All of those classes do sound challenging. Denise, for you, what's a success story that you'd love to talk about from your years that you did teach in Cambridge?
I don't think I want to talk about any individual student. I want to talk about the growth that I feel like all students have in Cambridge history. And that's where, as teachers, I think what's so great is for us as teachers to see their growth mindset and the challenges that students face, whether it be world problems because I'm a social studies teacher, or math concepts or chemistry, because I know chemistry is a real hard thing. But the successes are when they achieve those growth mindsets, kids start to critically think, and they all really rise to where you really want them to be as a teacher. And then they take that test and they come back and, they feel so successful that, and then we get to evaluate and look at our test scores and say, okay, that was great, it worked. And I think it's not just one student in Cambridge. I think they all work super hard. Like I said, it's a very interesting school within a school.
And graduates of this 4-year program are awarded an Advanced International Certificate of Education. Denise, what are the benefits you see of earning that ACE diploma?
It brings a multitude of benefits that can significantly impact a student's academic and professional journey. So the ACE diploma is globally recognized, which means it opens doors to universities around the world. And then I guess the other benefit I would say is every single Cambridge student that has graduated from Bethel High School, not one of them has ever come back and said that, these classes didn't prepare them. I actually feel like more of my students have come back and told me that they were over prepared for college.
That's a good problem.
And that's huge. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, one more time around the horn with our students after graduation with that ACE diploma in hand. We love asking, especially seniors, but we will ask our freshmen at the table too. What are your plans once you leave the hallowed halls of Bethel? And again, we'll start with both of our seniors. So Jay, why don't you kick us off?
I'm going to go to St. Martin's next year, and I'm majoring in psychology to eventually get a PhD in forensic psychology.
Outstanding. Really good. And Olivia, how about you?
Next year, I'm going to, this year, I'm going to PLU to also hopefully eventually get a PhD in forensic psychology.
Wow. Okay. Very popular.
You two going to open up a practice together?
Yeah.
Okay, well, seniors, you're pretty much on the hook because school is almost out now. Rosalind, you have a little more time ahead of you, so you can give an answer and totally change your mind next year. But what are your plans as of right now?
Well, I might still have 3 years left, but I have known since I was 6 years old. I do want to go to Cornell and major in architecture and minor in fine arts.
Well, good answers all, and thank you, Jay, Denise, Rosalind, Olivia. It's been a great show, and we will be back next week with another great show. Thanks for joining us.